My dear people of God, we are on the 8th Ordinary Sunday. The readings invite us and challenge us to do some self-introspection before we evaluate others' behavior. The first reading says that a person can be judged by the words that come out from his mouth, because words proceed from the person's heart or from the treasure of his heart. If the treasure is good, the outcome will be good. If in the treasure of his heart is something bad, then the outcome will be bad. And that's how we will be able to judge a person, as we judge a tree by its fruit. What comes out from within is the fruit of the tree that we are. You must have heard this expression, like parent, like children. And that's the pattern we get in today's gospel passage. Like teacher, like student, or like teacher, or like disciple. Like tree, like fruit. And therefore the invitation for us is to check if we are good teachers, or if we are good students or disciples. As disciples, we are called to be watchful whom we follow, because we will be like the people whom we follow. Our blessed Lord in the gospel passage says, one blind man cannot lead another blind man. If he does, both will fall into a pit. Meaning to say, if one person is blind, he cannot lead any other person. Both will perish. He will lead the other person into damnation. When Jesus was teaching, he had surely at the back of his mind the Pharisees, who always thought themselves as self-righteous and overconfident, as true teachers. But Jesus calls them blind guides, because they had major issues within themselves, but they always try to pinpoint small issues of others. If a teacher lacks proper view of life, his disciples are likely to be misled. And that's what the Pharisees were doing. The hostility and the negative criticisms of this kind of guides or teachers would surely crop up in their disciples. And therefore Jesus is very, very careful to instruct his disciples and others to be watchful whom they follow, because the product will be like the producer. Secondly, foolish arrogance insists on carefully examining others while failing to examine one's own obvious faults. Therefore, it is better for a person who has major issues within himself or herself not to criticize other small issues or problems of others. The readings mean to say it is better not to give your expert advice if you have not dealt with your own problems first. It's very interesting to see that reading does not say not to deal with others' problems. Rather, it tells to deal with your own problem first, so that you become a help for somebody else. And that's what exactly Jesus meant when he said, first take out the log from your own eye, and then you will be able to see clearly to take out the speck from your neighbor's eye. It's better to be self-critical before being critical of others. My dear people of God, we all are called to be guides, as parents, as teachers, or as leaders in the society. We need to do introspection so that we never mislead others, so that we may produce good fruits. Our product may be good, our children may be good. If we are good, our product will be also good. And as children or as disciples, let's be careful to see, to check whom we follow. Whether we are teachers or we are students or disciples, we all have the greatest teacher, our Lord Jesus Christ, whom if we follow will never be misled. And therefore let's ask for grace so that we may always follow our Lord Jesus Christ, teacher par excellence, and that we may always be able to do self-evaluation and lead others to a life in fullness. May God bless each one of you.